ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਪਣੀ Sonia West. Welcome to Khas Mulakat. Today in the studio we have the Honourable Mayor Brenda Locke for the City of Surrey. Please welcome Brenda Locke. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It is so nice to see you.
It's very good to be here.
Yes, it is. Every time we get a chance to talk to you, you're very positive and always doing great things for the City of Surrey. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, you know what? Surrey is a great city and a very, very busy city. So
it is a very big. You're doing a lot of things. And before we get into those things, I want to start with the elephant in the room. Yeah. And you know what I'm going to ask you.
100% I do.
So unfortunately, there's been over 100 files on this. Our community is always on edge, waking up to news every morning of another shooting, another extortion attempt, possibly a death. What do you have to say about this, Mayor? What can we do? Our South Asian community right now we're wondering, should we move back to India? Are we safe here in Surrey?
Yeah,
so what can you say about this? 100 files, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. You've even offered money. You've offered money for, help in the arrest of these people. What do you have to say? What can we do?
It is devastating to our city on so many fronts. I mean, not the least of which is the families and the people that are being extorted. And I've had to not correct people, just remind, I think is better. This is not a South Asian issue. Okay. This is a Canadian issue. We are all Canadians. These are our friends, our neighbors. These are people in our city. Right. Almost, I think it's something like 48% of Surrey residents have come from India, mostly from India. And so it's devastating to us. What can we do is a really challenging question, because it's very challenging. I think there's so many layers to this. There's certainly a lot that the city doesn't control. We certainly are doing what we can. So as you said, we've given the Surrey Police Service $250,000 for reward money. They distribute that. We have increased the number of cameras. We have 600 cameras now live on our streets. We've increased the resolution. So those cameras can now pick off faces. They can identify people. Right. We've got a new department inside the city, and a general manager, which is in the city of Surrey, is a very high position, specifically and only directed at public safety.
So it's a task force?
No, that's now a standing position. That is a general manager, a specific position that will be there forever in the city. And his responsibility right now is purely and only around policing, although he's responsible for fire and bylaws as well. But really, that's the city is doing everything that we can think of. We've been at forums. We're trying to, I meet regularly with the chief, very regularly with the chief. Yeah. I'm in communication with the provincial government and with Ottawa, and I've met with them both. Ultimately, the issue around public safety, the responsibility for safe and effective policing is the response and the reliance on the top cop, and that's the Solicitor General, Nina Krieger. Okay. And so we're doing our best to encourage the province. And one thing that I think we're all disappointed in Surrey, and I'm sure your listeners are too, we have felt like an island. Surrey has felt like nobody cared up until now. Right. Nobody recognized this. Somehow people in Victoria didn't know what was on the ground, and we have been trying to scream from the rooftops, we need help here.
So are you saying there's a disconnect between provincial and what's happening here in Surrey?
I think it's getting better. I think they've finally come alive to it, but it's taken, as you said, 100 extortion files. 50 shootings.
That's unfortunate.
That is bad. Yeah. But, I dare say this, and maybe this is coloring outside the lines in a way, but if this was happening in Vancouver or Calgary or Winnipeg or Toronto, right, it would have had a different attention. I believe that. I think...
So do you think that Surrey is being discriminated against?
I think there's a bias against the action. They've taken far too long to act.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Hopefully this gets resolved, but I know there's a lot of moving parts that have to kind of come together to become a cohesive unit. So it's a lot.
There's going to be more. I mean, there's certainly going to have to be some attention to immigration and what we do. Right. And the other thing I think, for a lot of us, we have to look at our justice system.
Yes.
Is this happening in the United States? No, it's not, because they're a lot more stronger with their criminals.
Right, and timeline, I think, too. Getting through the process of, having this person being looked at and then getting to that judicial process takes a lot longer, it seems.
That's right, and it seems to me that we spend so much time trying to make sure that the criminals are protected while the victims are in waiting.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it's hurtful.
Yes. So even though these things are happening in Surrey, Surrey continues to be a beautiful city. And I just want to point out the fact that a lot of people come here and they start their businesses here. So that's a really great thing to see. We're not slowing down as far as that. And what major projects are coming to Surrey that you can speak on? Yeah,
so you're so right. And I have to tell you, we know we're in a down economy. There's no question. People understand that. Yeah. But I can tell you, we will open the doors at City Hall. Anybody who wants to start a business or create a business or think about building, we're going to be open doors for them. We're changing the culture at City Hall so that it's one of a can-do attitude. Yes. And making sure that people have that ability to get their projects through City Hall faster. And if they don't, or if they're challenged, I want them to call me, because I will. I will push hard myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the show, we'll give your number out to everybody.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Mary, you're wonderful. Okay, Newton. Let's talk about Newton.
Sure.
What is a major project that's planned for Newton? Because I've heard some exciting things. So if you can.
Yeah. So Newton is, I think we sometimes forget how actually big Newton is. Newton is as big as Coquitlam. Yeah. The city of Coquitlam and Newton are about the same size. So we really have been focused our attention on our largest town center in all of Surrey. Right. Our big project, we have a ton of projects going on, but the biggest one is going to be the Newton Community Center. Right. At over $300 million. It's going to be massive. We will be breaking ground in 2026. We're still in the design stages, and I think we're going out and talking to the public about what do you want to see and what makes sense for you. So it'll have a brand new library, it'll have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, all of those really wonderful things.
We do need that.
We do. 2 big gyms inside, community rooms. It's going to be a fabulous space. So I think people are excited about that, and I certainly am. But the other thing that we're doing we're doing a number of road infrastructure. I think that everybody knows, especially if you're driving in the roads right now, apologies to everybody. But 72nd, which is a major thoroughfare, is going to go right through all the way from 152, and we'll be moving that traffic right through into Clayton, which is will be a real game changer.
Yeah, that really is. I've seen actually, I think it's about 72 and 188-ish. So Clayton again. And I've seen that that's improved. There used to be a 4-way stop there, and now there's a light. So thank you for that. That's a huge improvement. There were kids crossing all the time to get to the high school there and the elementary schools that are surrounding that area, and now they're safe. Yeah. So that's a really great thing.
Traffic safety is really something we're working hard at. Yeah.
Okay, so really great about the Newton Rec Center. Really excited, we need that. Let's talk about Center Block. So how do you envision this area taking shape, and is it going to include a new arena in Surrey? Yeah, so the Center Block is going to be really transformed, and I think actually the whole city will be transformed because of Center Block, because that's going to be where the Simon Fraser University Medical School will be. Right. And, to think that Surrey is now a university town, we are one of, I think, 3 cities in all of Canada that has 3 major universities. So Kwantlen, Simon Fraser University, and now UBC. Yes. But
there will be that medical school, first medical school in 53 years in Western Canada. I mean, that's crazy.
That's a big congratulations.
Well, I tell you, don't we need it in this city? And we know the healthcare pressures. So very, very excited about that. That will be huge development there. And that will really transform what happens, because with the medical school comes all those other ancillary things, all that other business that will develop around it, including, of course, housing and residence for students. So very, very excited about that. There won't be an arena there. I mean, right now we have the one in the plaza, which is temporary until Family Day, and really a lot of fun. But there will be another arena in Cloverdale. We're doing an additional arena there, and we're looking to do another arena in, or 3 arenas in South Surrey. The big arena, though, that we're talking about, the big massive arena, will be just north of Centre Block. And
Wonderful.
it's going to be part of that entertainment district. And we're pretty excited. So we're looking for partners, because, you know, we don't want that to be a tax burden to the public. That will be a public-private partnership. So we're talking to different people.
When you're looking for partners, well, I mean, there's a lot of people watching worldwide right now, probably deep pockets out there. So what kind of partners are you looking for?
We're looking for people that want to be a partner in what is going to be an exciting piece of infrastructure in our city. And the arena will be obviously for hockey or ice sport. And so we're looking for people that want to invest in that, and there are many, but also that whole thing around concerts. And you know, I've talked about this so many times, and I'll say it, but sometimes people wonder where I'm coming from with it. But I do believe Surrey is going to be the next Nashville for Punjabi music.
Wow,
I think
that's a big statement.
I think it is. We've seen it with so many things, so I know that that will be a great place for concerts and events, and I know our city is ready for it.
I like that statement. You talked about Canada being a mosaic and Surrey being a mosaic, and then when you say Nashville and Punjabi music, I just love that.
Well, you know, we can be both.
Absolutely.
Punjabi dance and cowboys at the same time.
We're going to have to see you doing a little bit of Bhangra, I think, in the future.
Oh yeah, I know, people have seen it. It's not good. It's not good.
When we talk about medical, I mean, SFU and that, you know, that's a great announcement, a great way to move forward. When we talk about Surrey Memorial Hospital, I could see your face just changed when I even mentioned it. It's disappointing. We've been ranked last. What do you see for the future of the hospital? What do you want to say about that? Because I reported on it not too long ago, and it's difficult sometimes in my job to report something because I don't want to have to say it, but when it's a fact, I have to actually report that. So how do we turn this around there?
Yeah, you know what? We live in this city, Sonia, and that's the challenge for us, because again, we know we have people that are working at that hospital, the nurses, the docs, the radiologists, and everybody in between, and they are working so hard to do their best. We just do not have the capacity. We do not have the healthcare capacity in this city, and that is why this medical school is going to be a very, very big deal for Surrey. It's also why the city of Surrey is going to be opening our own medical clinics to try and retain those doctors that are coming out of that school. We want them to stay in Surrey. You know, the province has to invest more in Surrey, period.
Right.
On all infrastructure, but healthcare, nothing's more important than that. We are seeing some things happening. At Surrey Memorial, there is going to be some additions, and they are saying there's going to be a tower that tower is really important.
Okay.
An additional second tower has to get built.
Right. And what will the tower consist of? What is it?
So the tower will be, will augment what is already, I think there's 650 beds right now at SMH.
Okay.
And that tower will be another, I don't know
More
what the
space.
number, but it'll be way, way more space. It will allow the doctors to do their good work there. And you know, one of the things that I will say, because I've talked to a number of doctors about this, they love the synergy of being in one space.
Okay.
They like the fact that it is really a compound, right? There's a medical compound.
It's all there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, having to go there and then be sent somewhere else and be sent somewhere else.
Yeah.
The person's already ill and they don't want to have to go everywhere else. So having that all in one place, absolutely, I agree with that. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look forward to that second tower for sure. Let's talk about schools. Schools and population. Oh my goodness, we've got portables, and more portables. What would you say about the development of the schools and the city of Surrey, and how can we advocate for more schools, more space?
So Surrey is our last count, which actually surprised me. Our last count was 726,000 people in the city of Surrey. Just, I was so shocked.
Yeah.
So now put that into the perspective of we're a city of families. We have the largest school district, not by a little bit, by a lot. We have 86,000 kids in our school district. That does not include the private schools. So you start to look at the number of children that are actually in this city.
Yeah.
We have far too many portables. We have more portables than some school districts have in school seats. We have more kids in portables.
Right.
Just about 400. It's just not sustainable.
Yeah.
And again, the requirement is that the province needs to invest more in our kids.
Right. We need to have a meeting with the province then, I feel like, because there's a lot of issues you've talked about so far in our discussion just now. The province. The school kids that are going to these schools, a lot of them are outdated. You know, they've got pipes and stuff from the 70s, and some places I think the drinking water isn't even as safe as it should be. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be repaired in schools.
Yeah, and you know, I think they're getting to doing the repairs, those kind of repairs that are really needed. But you know, if you think back, even I think back a long time ago when I was a kid, but you think back to those days, your school friends and everything you did, that school community is important. With all these portables, they never get those assemblies. I mean, we all remember when all the school got together for whatever the day was.
So exciting. That's right.
Yeah, but they can't do that anymore. So now they're doing those sometimes virtually. So they bring a camera into or a TV into the classroom. It just doesn't, it doesn't make for good community building.
Just like we talked about Surrey Hospital having everything in one place, the same thing with the schools having all the kids in the same place. And in portables in the summers, it gets unbelievably hot. And in the winters, it's unbelievably cold. So it's just something that hopefully we can fix with the help of the province.
Yeah, they have to contribute more, and they have to recognize Surrey is where the growth is. It's where the growth is in the entire region. It's the South Fraser, it's Surrey, the Langley, and Delta.
Yeah. So we've talked about a lot of things today, and I know there's a few other things I have on my list that I wanted to discuss, but we're a little short on time. So is there anything else that you want to talk to me about that our viewers would want to know about?
Well, I think just, you know, the fact of growth has been really good for Surrey in so many ways. And our council is really working hard to make sure that we're building the amenities and creating the places and spaces for people to have a full life, because quality of life matters a lot. So all the sports, and you know, we need to do better on the arts, I fully accept that, but on sports, our fields, our ice, our pools, those are all things that the city can handle, and I think we're doing the best we can. I think our budget is right now $701 million in infrastructure, and that does include roads. So it's a really large budget just on our capital expenditure side.
Right, and as a citizen of Surrey, I can attest to the fact that there is a lot of focus and improvement on sports. So we do thank you for that, because keeping our kids safe, keeping them focused on sports, and keeping them busy is probably the right thing to do. So
And away from devices.
And away from devices.
Yeah.
If there's a message you want to give to our viewers, you can go ahead and give that message just now.
I think Surrey is a wonderful place. We are blessed to be a multicultural city that, I often say you can travel around the world and stay right here at home. You can get food and culture and dance and all those wonderful things that we get to share. And, a very long time ago, a prime minister said that Canada would not be a melting pot. Canada will be a mosaic, and that mosaic is so that we can share everybody's gifts of culture.
Beautifully said. A mosaic we're all sharing in our cultures and becoming one. And I love that, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. That was our program of Khas Mulakat. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Sat Shri Akal.